Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode on the channel. My name is Peach. So happy to be here with you guys. Today, we're talking about the Bibi update, the Retropolis update, whatever you want to call it. We're talking about it today. Of course, you've seen a ton of videos from other creators, other big creators like Chief Pat, Molt, Ray, Ben, Tim. Everybody has these, all-encompassing videos out there covering the update. And so I'm not going to go into as much detail about the update because you all already know about it. It's Monday. Everybody really posted about it on Saturday. So everything has already been out there. I'm not going to overdo it or beat the horse to death. So we already understand what's coming out in the update. Of course, Bibi is the biggest update coming into the game, and she's a brand new brawler, and in my opinion, guys, she looks super exciting. I think she's going to be awesome, and I have some thoughts surrounding that there. That's probably what is going to be mostly in this video, is talking about Bibi. But of course, with the retro update, we have some new environments coming, or a new environment coming, and a little bit of a new look to some of the maps, some new maps, things like that. So very excited about that. I think it's going to be a good look for the game. Of course, there's more updates that are coming out that were not inside of Brawl Talk, so I'm excited to see what those are. Some more minor updates, but I'm sure they'll be good. Obviously, some balance changes coming out that have been recently announced. Club mail. So for those of you who are in the fuzz, who are in my official club, are going to get to use Club Mail, and so Club Mail will be very, very good. That'll help us manage the club a little bit better. And so those are the things that I'm really, really excited about. Now let's talk about Bibi a little bit further. I'll have some gameplay going off to the side, which you're already seeing. Just some quick preview gameplay. I don't have a dev build, so I unfortunately can't show you unique gameplay from my own content, and I'm not going to be stealing other creators' content at this point, and I'm not in a position to be able to borrow any content from them quite yet. So hopefully one day I get the dev build and I can show you guys unique content like that. But for now, we're just going to be showing what we saw in Brawl Talk, among some other screenshots and things like that. But guys, Bibi is looking super, super cool. As Kairo's kind of pointed out, she seems like, with her range, feels like Poco. And I know some people interpreted that the wrong way, but her range is shorter than Poco, I understand that, but the way that it's so wide, her range is so wide, I think that it will feel like Poco. And guys, if you watched my recent Poco video on Showdown, you'll know what I'm talking about, is that people don't expect her Poco's range to be so wide and so long. And I think the same thing will be with Bibi, and because the width of her shot is like almost 180 degrees, it's absolutely insane how wide it is. I think people are really going to miss that, and when you're right off to her side, you're going to think you're not going to be able to get hit, but you will be able to get hit. And I think for that reason, she's going to be super strong. And obviously with her home run bar, the bar that charges up after 3 shots are loaded, she gets that home run bar, and she's able to hit people further back. So I think that's super important, guys. And so I know a lot of people out there are saying that she's not a skill-based brawler, but actually I think with her, along with her home run bar, and then also her super, which we'll talk about in a second here, I actually think she'll be more skill-based than people think. I don't think she's just going to be a smash and go type of brawler. I think you could use her like that, but I think she'll be very limited. It's kind of like Carl, where his main shot is, more skill-based, and then his super, you can kind of just smash and go with that. But if you're not good with his main shot, you're not going to be good with Carl. And I think the same thing goes with Bibi. So if you're good with her main shot, you'll be fine. If you can't really use her home run bar, as effectively as you need to, then it'll be kind of pointless. And if you can't use her super properly, I don't think she'll be as strong either. So I actually think it's far more skill-based than people are saying. Now let's talk about her super a little bit. Her super, of course, is called Spitball. super ball would be pretty cool too, but it makes sense that it's a spitball. It's a giant gumball that she bats out, and it can crush enemies. Basically, it'll take some damage off enemies when it hits them, but it just rolls across the map essentially, and it can bounce off walls multiple times. It can hit multiple enemies, and it can hit the same enemy multiple times. So I think that's super powerful. Its range is absolutely ridiculous, and it is more of that kind of skill shot. It kind of reminds me of kicking the ball in Brawl Ball, and where you're going to be doing these trick shots, and I think it's going to be extremely skill-based if you want to use it effectively. So I think that is kind of a way to bring this brawler back from the kind of smash all the buttons type of brawler and just win back to kind of that more skill-based brawler. I think it's honestly just really well balanced in my opinion, guys. So that is her super, and I think it's super amazing. Super amazing. It's really cool. It's going to be really interesting to watch that happen, and watch this all unfold, to be honest. Guys, I think overall Bibi is an incredibly unique brawler. I think I'm way more excited about Bibi than I was about Rosa. Rosa kind of seemed like a primo, like a buffed up primo to me. I'm more excited about her than I am Carl. For some reason, I don't know, Carl just seems a little bit strange to me. He's just not my type of brawler. I think that's a personal thing. I think a lot of people love Carl, and I think that's great. Bibi seems like something that I would really enjoy playing with. I love the fact that she has this wide range, and she's not too close range of a brawler. She's like kind of a good mid, and then her super is really cool and obviously a little bit more skill based. So I think it's a good balance. I really think we're going to enjoy her overall. I mean, how creative is that with the home run bar? I think that's a super unique mechanic, and this pushback mechanic. And it'll just provide so many interesting and unique counters. And then I think her super, the spitball, is incredibly unique. And I don't think, there's nothing else like that in the game. And I think, man, it'll just be so cool. It's so much more interesting to me than someone like Rosa, where it was just like, oh, she just wears this shield where she doesn't take much damage. And while that's fun and interesting and cool and changes things up, something like a giant spitball flying across the map that can bounce across walls and hit multiple enemies, that's like, wow, that's amazing. In my opinion, that's super cool. I absolutely love it. I think that Bibi actually will become one of the highest pick rate brawlers in the game because she is so balanced and so interesting. I think she will become one of the highest pick rate brawlers in the game. I think she will become super highly used, guys, and I think the pros are going to end up loving her. I think the new people are going to end up loving her. So I think overall this is an amazing brawler, and honestly I cannot believe, guys, I just can't believe the amount of pushback that the community is giving. And it honestly makes my stomach a little bit sick witnessing this all on Twitter and everywhere else. And that's kind of what the second part of my video is about just the amount of negativity really in the community around the new updates and around the new brawler. Guys, so many people put so much work into this game and try to make it amazing, and it's not like they're just going to change everything overnight. They're not going to be able to put everything into the game, every single request that the community wants. They're thinking long term, they're not thinking short term, they're not thinking update to update. They're thinking literally in years. And guys, I have a tweet that I just want to mention in that vein, and this is from Frank with Supercell on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you obviously have seen Frank around. A couple tweets from him that I just want to read, and then we'll talk about it real quick. He says, thought before going to bed, we make mobile games that last for years. Clash of Clans and Heyday will celebrate their 7th anniversary this year. We see all decisions we make in data, the good stuff and the bad stuff, and all informs future decisions. He follows up with, we don't think in updates, we think in years. Throughout this year, we'll release smaller and bigger features for beginners and veterans. mid and end game content is important for us, but so are brawlers and skins. We are still just at the beginning of this story. And guys, I think that last line is super, super important. This game, I know some of you have been around for a couple of years since it was in beta. I know some of you have gotten to end game and are, waiting for something new. But guys, in the entire scope of this project and this game, Supercell is just at the beginning, and that's how they're thinking of it. Think of all the new people that are going to come into this game this year. Some of you were watching Endgame and saw the previews, saw the movie. When you went to go see Endgame, you saw in the before the movie played a Brawl Stars advertisement. I think of how many people just started playing the game when Endgame came out. Just started now, okay? They don't have basic brawlers. They don't have all the brawlers from Trophy Road. I understand there's a lot of people here who have been playing since the beginning, are waiting for endgame content, but wow, the amount of people that are coming into this game right now that are brand new is incredible. And so Brawl Stars and Supercell cannot forget about that. I know you're like, they can't forget about the people who have been here forever too, and they won't. I know they won't. I know they'll bring stuff for you guys, but it may take some time because we're still like at the beginning of the development of this game, and Supercell is not like, oh wow, people are asking for this right now, so wow, we need to deliver this. No, they're not thinking like that. They're thinking, where is this game going to be in the future? Where do we want to be in the future? And so that's kind of my rant around that. And I think, guys, just wow, we need to think about, think about what's going on behind the scenes. Think about how many people are involved in this. These are people's careers. This is what these people are thinking about basically every hour of the day. And they love this game just as much as we do, and they want to see it succeed. So let's just be more positive. Like, let's just say thank you. Like, what happened to saying thank you? Just thank you for new content. Thank you for working on this free game. It's literally free, guys. I know there's in-game content, in-game stuff you can purchase. I've never purchased anything, and I'm having a heck of a time. I absolutely love it, okay? And I think if you actually don't purchase things, that you'll extend the amount of time that you play, but that's a whole nother discussion. And guys, actually on that topic, I think just people rushing through this game, and I think if you are like, no-lifing this game and a new brawler comes out and you in one day push it to 500, yeah, you're playing the game super fast, but that doesn't give you the right to ask for additional content just because you pushed so hard and played for 8, 9, 10 hours in a row, maybe more, and pushed your brawler to 500, and now you're like, well, Brawl Stars, where's the rest of the content? Well, you rushed the game. Just sit back, enjoy the game, and just play it for what it is. And don't, there's no reason to rush through this game. It's fun. It's just supposed to be a fun game. That's what games are. They are fun. If you are not having fun playing this game, I've said it before, delete it. Delete the game, and come back another time when they do have content that you want. I think that's all I can say behind that. But guys, let's please, man, I know I don't have a big voice around here, but I would love if there was a little bit more positivity around the Brawl Stars community. I don't want to really have conversations like this. I honestly want my channel to just be super fun and lighthearted, but I think all the negativity is pretty toxic, and I'd just love to see more like just thanks for all of the awesome content that Brawl Stars has been putting out there, because it's fantastic. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of the video. I know this was a little bit different than usual. I know I wasn't exactly talking about everything that's coming in the new update, and we talked about some other stuff, but I just thought it was important to address, and I just want to basically have a conversation around it. And if you think something differently, let me know in the comments. I know I didn't say everything in this video. I'm just kind of going off the top of my head here, which is a little bit risky, but just let me know if you have some disagreements, or if you really agree with me on something, or just if you have some generic comments. I just want to hear from you below, no matter what, really. And I challenge you. I challenge you to say something positive about this update on Twitter today. If you are on Twitter, I challenge you to say something super positive about this update and just give a thank you to Brawl Stars. Because there's just not enough of that out there. I know some of you want changes, I realize that, but man, let's be thankful for what has changed in the game and for what they are bringing us, and make it clear that you want things different, but don't just trash the game, don't just trash the devs. That's absolutely just out of line in my opinion. Let's give them some love. That's what it's all about, guys. All right, tomorrow we're going to be back with something much more lighthearted and funnier and more like what I usually do. I don't know if I'm going to do videos like this in the future. I thought maybe I would do like fresh bites or something like that, but I think I'm going to veer away from the news thing because my channel is a little bit different than that. But I did want to talk about the update, and this was kind of on my heart, so I wanted to get it out there. But guys, I'm excited for the rest of the week and the videos coming up. Hopefully we're gonna get Miss Peach on this channel pretty soon. And guys, if you like this content, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter. I'll see you in the next episode. Peach out.